Hello, everybody. Everybody. What's cracking? What's happening? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Guys, this this is a story to tell because I had a customer today, and some of my stories come with customers. They go with customers, and just this was an older guy, and he said that when he saw me and I helped him out, he thought of this song just now. And I'm all like, okay, that's weird. And again, mind me, this is an old man. I don't think I don't think of it like, ew, an old man trying to hit on you. No, actually, I think of it as a different aspect, because again, that's the type of person I am. There's a difference between an old person trying to hit on you and an old person just being an old person. And that's probably how I'm going to become later in the future. So I was helping this guy out. And again, guys, I'm still a little sick, so I'm a little raspy over here. But I helped this customer out. I told him, hold on, give me a second. I got to occupy myself and then go to you. And he was like, okay. But he was really, really old guy. And you can see it, he was nervous in a way, when old people get nervous, or people that, have anxiety, they have a hand shiver. And I used to get those when I was taking my antidepressants. And so I know how that feels. I know how that anxiety feels when your hand just doesn't stop moving. Like it's shaky, it doesn't stop moving. It's almost like a leg, going back and forth. So I saw him and I'm like, well, he's in distress. I'm gonna go ahead and help him out as best as I can, because I really can't do anything. But if he needs something, I got him. He's an older man. People need to pay respects for old people. A lot of people don't. So I got to talk to him, and he needed a battery. And then he said that this song is in his head, and he started singing it out of nowhere. He's like, do you ever know this song called Daisy Daisy? He's like, I just thought of it right now. I just am singing it right now. And so he started singing it. I said, Lazy Daisy or Daisy Daisy? He's like, no, Daisy Daisy, not Lazy Daisy. So I was all like, okay, well, no, I have not heard of that. And he says that the song is a very old song. He used to sing it when he was a kid. He's like, when I was a kid, I used to sing this song. And I'm like, wow. He's like, you like old songs and you like old things? And I said, I love old things. I love antiques because they have a lot of history. And I said, sing me the song. I want to hear it. So he sang me the song called Daisy Daisy, Daisy Bell. There's a kind of different other names to it. And he says, look it up on your phone. Look at the lyrics, And I said, he's like, we used to sing that song so innocent. Everybody was so innocent back then. And I'm all like, yeah, times have changed. And I said, well, music sticks with us. Music and songs, they stick with us for our whole entire life. And I said, for you to remember that, he's like, and I'm 93 years old, he says. I said, for you to remember that song when you were a little kid, like maybe 7, 8 years old, that's pretty intense. He says, yeah, because for some reason you reminded me of a friend I used to have. You would kind of look just like her. And I'm like, again, this is not a cheesy aspect. He was actually being a little bit serious. Um, I do have that momentum with people. I can relate to humankind, human beings. Again, guys, I'm a person you can talk to, and I'll talk to you. I love to make conversations sometimes out of nothing. We made a conversation about that, and it's pretty intense because it's pretty tense because we will go older and older and older. We never know what our brains, we could go into Alzheimer's. People get, people that are smart usually get brain cancer. And it's like, for you to remember a song or a lyric when you're that old, it's amazing. Like music and songs and poetry, they go a long way. They stick in your brain. And it just reminds me, like, in my childhood, if I ever become, if I ever make it to 93 like he has, I'll be singing my childhood songs to a person. And it's like, it's just mind boggling. Like, oh, the future is scary. The future is a little scary when you think about it like that. When you think about your age, it is a little scary. But Daisy Daisy is a little song that he said, and he, I helped him out as best as I could, as hard as I could, because you're gonna get there one day, sooner or later. You will get there. Will people respect you as much? People, sometimes they do have respect for you, sometimes they don't. Some people are very disrespectful towards old people. And old people are part of history, especially the ones right now. They're like born in the 40s, 50s, and stuff. Holy camole, that's a long life. I mean, I can't imagine. I can't imagine myself. I I know music will always be there. Songs that we sing when we were little come up, memories as well. It's uh it's pretty interesting. It's very interesting. But yeah, you know, as long as we live on this earth, we're going to still sing the songs that we have knowledge about in our brains, that we constantly repeat in our heads. And sometimes you wonder how did the old people live for so long? And you feel like you won't go as that old. Like, you just don't see it because you just don't see it. But I gotta say that that kind of put me into a thinking mode a lot. So, where's it at? So it goes, Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love for you. Ending with the words of a bicycle built for two. And then the song has a history in 1892. A bicycle built for two. Now that's something that I probably would have looked at when I was a young kid. And it's like a little poetry. There's a flower on my head, Daisy, Daisy, planted one day by a dart, planted by Daisy Bell. Whether she loves me or not, sometimes it's hard to tell. Yet I'm longing to share you the lot of the beautiful Daisy. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I am half crazy, all for the love of you. And you know, the song continues. I don't want to get copyrighted over here, but the song does continue. The song is like a poetry, like you're trying to get a woman's attention, but you don't know how to. Because that's how they used to do it back then. How did they get into a love situation just by singing those songs? When we're in a generation that it's like, show me your butt, show me your tits, show me all this, like, and then get in bed with me, that those songs are just so horrible compared to the old time song, whereas everything is so innocent. Nobody's saying anything. Everybody's just saying, it might sound cheesy. Yeah, I could say, yeah, it might sound cheesy. You might have a little cheesy aspect in there, like, oh, you picked up chicks with this song. Like, well, imagine you being 93 years old and singing, oh, booty got on the floor, and shake those hips up and down. Like, that's how you were raised with your songs. Now you're 93 years old, and now you're singing those, and you're like, this is how I picked up my chicks. Oh, I had a Cadillac, and I was grilling, and and it's like, is that something that we should sing to the future? But anyways, songs, music, they go for a long time. The more we think about a song, the more we sing in our head and tune it. People, all the time I encounter humankind and human beings, and I'm not like, why? And it's like, I'm just trying to help people as I go. Because it just goes dark from there. But that's something to think about. The sun is setting, guys. The sun is setting. Just can't believe it, man. And I got some of the boogers. A lot of boogers. So, yeah, I mean, what song later in the future would you like to sing to someone randomly? Just someone randomly. And I'm not saying this because of this situation. I'm saying it on different behalves. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.